Hey, I'm Ben.
I'm Hunter.
And welcome to Moronic Adult Discussions, where we have 2 beers and 0 solutions. That's right, no solutions for anything, for anybody, for just any stuff, things. Anyways, if you do like this episode, be sure to give us a like. It's that little thumbs up down there. We'd really appreciate that. And subscribe if you want to hear more episodes. We're going to be providing you episodes every Wednesday and Sunday. We have a pretty consistent schedule with that. We don't really miss too much. So, without getting too far into the dumb shit, let's get right into it. Hunter, what do you got for us, man?
A little late to the game, I guess, but they just had the UFC fights on the White House lawn.
Oh, yeah? That's pretty late to the game. That was a while ago.
Yeah, but I don't think we've talked about it. So
we haven't. What about it?
I guess it was, apparently it was really hot that night.
Okay.
And a lot of the fighters said that it was like an issue.
Okay.
Because, I don't know, apparently, like with Ali's fight, when he fought Foreman, they were in Africa, and it was like hotter than shit. And so, for a long time, George Foreman blamed that on why he gassed out so quick and everything. And
oh, yeah, that's why he gassed out.
But now he just says I was overconfident and Ali whipped my ass.
Yeah, that's what happened, because that's exactly what happened.
But, I guess a certain ball podcaster said that was like the first UFC ever or something like that, where every fight ended in a knockout.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
What bald podcaster? Joe Rogan?
Yeah.
You just didn't want to say his name?
Yeah, I don't know how that...
Jogan or Joe Brogan. That was a good one.
Yeah.
I remember the bro names. I don't know. Maybe you're a newer listener and you don't remember the bro name stuff. We just, do the bro names, and Joe Brogan was one of them.
Yes, it was.
Hulk Brogan. That was another good one. I like that one.
Oh, what was another one? Bronito Mussolini.
Yeah, that's a good one. There's a bunch of them, man. You can fucking do that forever.
But there was the other, there's a fighter on there, I think his name is Matt or some shit. Boykin or Bokin.
Okay.
Or no, Hokin.
Okay, I guess it doesn't really matter that much, but what?
But, so I guess at the end of his fight, he won. And he does like the interview with Joe and everything. And then at the end of it, I guess he's done it a bunch of times before. He just yells that Michelle Obama is a man.
Oh, really?
And like everybody lost their minds over it.
Dude, I've heard a guy say that before, and legitimately believe it. Like, he's like, oh, you can see it. And this was like way before like Candace Owens and all the other people got into the conspiracy.
You could see her out.
Like, he was like in on it super, super early. And
early
I'm like,
adopter.
I mean, there's a lot of things you can criticize her for, like the fact that she was his like teacher when he was a kid. There's a lot of other things.
She's that much older than him?
Oh, she's like 20-something years older than him, if
Holy
I remember
shit.
correctly. So there's a lot of things you can criticize her for, and being a man probably isn't one of them. Yeah. But, I just don't prescribe to conspiracy theories. I think a lot of them are really dumb.
So I guess, yeah, so like I said...
I think like a lot of stuff is just a lot more obvious, and just sometimes the clearest answer is the answer. It doesn't always have to be something special.
No, that's true. But I guess the whole reason he does shit like that is basically he's like a huge fan of wrestling and stuff. And so like he's got like this persona when he's on TV where he pretty much acts like a heel wrestler. And he just talks shit and does like, he's basically like a ripoff of Hulk Hogan. And his last name's Hogan, so it's like Hulk Hogan, that kind of hokey shit.
I mean, I could definitely see Hulk Hogan yelling that after an event. You know what I mean? Like, is he like a wrestler, or is he just he's just like a wannabe UFC fighter who wants to get his name out there?
Well, so apparently he's a really good fighter.
Okay, whatever. He can be good at something and still be an idiot.
Ass. He's, like I said, he's a big fan of wrestling, and he just puts on this persona.
It's not like athletes are known for their brains.
Well, right.
Especially when your brains get rocked as often as UFC fighters do.
Yeah, and I mean, I'm not going to quote Joe Rogan, but he was kind of explaining it to how, like, you could be a really good fighter and win fight after fight after fight, but that doesn't always bring a lot of attention. But if you're a character, he's like, look at Conor McGregor, look at,
Conor McGregor sucks.
Paddy Pimblett, like all these really, like, out there in your face dudes.
Sure, I'm pretty sure in Conor McGregor's most recent fight, he broke his leg again or some shit.
Yeah, he pulled a tendon or something, but he ended up...
His career's done, bro.
Yeah, he's too
I mean,
old.
he hasn't won a fight since the Cowboy Cerrone, and Cerrone was like, what, 8 years older than him? It's like, Cerrone was just a journeyman getting defeated. He had a name.
Yeah. I don't even really follow UFC or MMA in general that closely, but
Some of it I do. It depends on who's fighting, you know? Mm-hmm. I was not a big fan of the John Jones era and stuff like that. I didn't really care for John Jones.
No, yeah.
People always say, like, he's the best fighter. Well, if he is, then why could he never pass a drug test? If he's the best fighter ever, how could he never pass a drug test to fucking be clear? I mean, it's ridiculous. I mean, I think he fought this guy called Daniel Cormier or something like that twice.
Yeah.
And both times he failed the drug test. It's like, seriously, bro? You can't even pass a drug test? Like, you're getting paid millions.
You know, Joe Rogan proposes all the time. I don't know if he's serious or half serious or just fully kidding, but he was like, just get all the athletes juiced up and just let them do their thing. Let them do their sport, whatever it is. He was like, let's see what mankind can really do, man. Like with science and everything. And
I'm okay with more cheating in baseball because baseball just sucks without all the cheating.
yeah,
Like there's not as many home runs as there used to be. Nobody's breaking records. It's just the same old boring.
everybody's trying not to get
bull
hurt.
crap. Yeah, and I don't know. Like they've tried to do things to make the game better, and players are just, it's like. It's almost like baseball. You have to be better at tactics, and you have to be actually playing baseball, and that is fucking stupid.
Yeah. I don't. It's a weird thing with baseball players too, though, because you have to be like most of the time you're doing nothing. You're standing in the outfield or whatever, or you're sitting in
The worst sport.
or you're sitting in the dugout.
I watch golf over fucking baseball, bro.
And then there's like these very short bursts of extreme athleticism, and then back to nothing.
I mean, it's just like any old fat guy. Like, you know how many fat guys are in the fucking like baseball and shit? It's just
I
like,
have noticed that like baseball players are some thick boys, man.
yeah, there's all sorts of different types in baseball, all the way from skinny little scrawny guys, tiny guys, fucking fat guys,
big old tubbos.
Yeah, it's like it's one of those sports where I'm just saying it's like it's not. I mean, if a fat guy's on there, he's not that athletic. Not that he's not athletic, but he's not as athletic as someone who actually is in shape.
Usually the bigger guys, there's like something special about
Linemen.
them. They're either like a really
firemen.
good hitter or something. They can catch anything coming in at them.
Yeah, I just I think it's kind of I don't know.
A lineman, I guess really all you have to do is be big and strong.
Yeah, you have to just stand there and fucking take punishment.
You have to be a wall with eyeballs.
Yeah, a big old blob basically that can absorb anything.
Yeah, damn.
And that's just like, I don't know. I don't feel like that's super athletic, but what do I know? I'm not a lineman. I just think like, I don't know. Where's the fat guy in fucking basketball? Never seen one.
Yeah.
Never seen the fat guy in basketball.
guess-
Except for the and ones. I mean, I don't know if you remember and one.
No.
It's like the professor and shit, guys who did like street ball
Okay.
and shit, and there's a bunch of like fat guys in that.
There's a lot of celebrity basketball leagues too.
Are
Or
there?
maybe there's just one and a lot of different celebrities playing it. But I guess Kevin Hart does one. And like Ali Sadiq and shit.
Wow, those are two. One's drastically famous. The other one's a name nobody's probably ever heard.
Well, I mean, shit. Ali Sadiq, do yourself a favor, look him up.
He's mediocre. He's mid.
He's got a bunch of specials on
Mid
YouTube.
funny. He's watchable, that's for sure, but real mid. Bro.
He's a really good storyteller.
Yeah, that's boring though.
Oh, I love storytelling.
I want jokes. I want stand up is for jokes, not a whole ass story. Like, tell me a story, but make it funny. He does. I don't know if it takes him a minute. Like, I don't like a 5-minute build up on a joke.
He can kind of go back and forth with like a lot of his stuff. It'll get like real heavy and serious and stuff, and then he'll be joking and
Yeah, I'm not a big fan. And the sitting on stage and stuff. It's like,
no, he moves around a lot. He will sit sometimes, but I honestly haven't watched any stand up in a long time.
yeah, it's not. There hasn't been very many good stand-ups in a long time. A lot of it's just like YouTube stuff, like people posting their routines on fucking YouTube.
Yeah, you see a lot of it on shorts.
Yeah, well, shorts, and then there's long form of a lot of guys.
Well, yeah, if you tap on their fucking page or whatever from the
Guys will do
shorts.
like specials and stuff, and they'll like just post them for free online.
Yeah, Shane Gillis did that. A lot of guys have done that. I think Tony Hinchcliffe.
That's a lot of guys. That's a whole lot of guys. All two.
Well, I mean, I could go on, but I mean,
Feel free?
I think you get the idea.
No, feel free. Go on.
Ali Shafir,
Okay.
Duncan Trussell.
What the fuck? That's not even a name.
I'm trying to
Sounds
think.
like a mutated fucking retarded fish frog.
I'm pretty sure Mark Norman has done at least one special on YouTube for free.
Yeah. Okay. Good ones. Any good ones?
I think Mark is more funny in conversation.
No. Yeah, he's not. I don't think his stand up is not very good in my opinion. It's just I don't know. Not for me.
Yeah, but yeah, there's a lot of comedians with specials on YouTube that it's
Yeah,
more.
You're gonna name them. What happened?
Yeah, well, but it's,
What happened to naming
I
them?
guess it's more about just getting them out there, and they don't monetize them and shit. So
Yeah, and you want to name them?
I named a handful. That's good enough.
Yeah, less than a handful. It was 4. It was not quite a handful.
Well, who else then? Who did I say? Ali Sadiq, Ari Shafir, Shane Gillis. I think Mark Norman, Duncan Trussell,
See, that's not a name.
Tim Dillon.
Okay, well that's a handful. You made the handful.
Yeah.
But none of those guys are really that funny.
Well, I guess that's just a matter of opinion of like what kind of comedy you're into, or just what hits your fucking funny bone at the moment.
Yeah, not a lot of. I don't even know who the fuck Duncan Trussell is. It's like again, it sounds like a disease somebody gets. You get the Trussels. It's just like I don't know. Shane Gillis is funny, but it's like in short bursts. Like I don't find his whole totality of stand up very funny. That's why he does better with shorts. That's why his shorts are so popular.
Yeah.
Because in short bursts, he's hilarious.
Every time he does a skit show, whether it's like SNL or Gillian Keeves or whatever other shit he's on, I always seem to like those a lot.
Yeah, he's good at sketch comedy, I think. Like, he
Yeah.
has a good feel for it.
He's got a knack for it for sure.
Yeah, it's just, I just don't think his stand-up is like kind of, I don't know. Stand-up's okay. It's mid.
Yeah, like I said, I haven't seen a really good stand-up routine to where I'm just kind of laughing throughout the whole thing in a long time.
Yeah, there's not too many. It's just like there's not like a huge quality. Like everybody's a comedian now, bro.
Oh, Robert Kelly. It's another guy that put one on. It's called Killbox. It's not great,
Okay.
but he's actually not even like close to my favorite comic, but he's actually made me laugh the hardest from one of his jokes. Like I was literally laughing, like tears were rolling down my face and I couldn't breathe.
Do you want to badly retell it?
It was, I can't even do it justice because so like at the time, he kind of still is. He's like a fat, bald dude,
Okay.
like no facial hair,
Relatable.
just like eyebrows and no hair and fat and fucking. And he told the story about how he accidentally farted in a baby's face because he was bending over in the street and some lady like parked her stroller right up his ass. And right at that moment, he just fucking let one go, I think not realizing that the kid was behind him. And so his bald fat self, he starts like miming what the baby was doing as he's telling the story, and he's like making the faces like the baby was trying to fight it or some shit, like it was a ghost or something. And then I don't know, dude, just him going through the whole fucking bit, and I was just dying.
You're right, bro. You're right. You definitely didn't do it justice.
I knew I would.
I don't know if it sounds that funny to me.
It's oh my god. If I were to see it now,
Oh,
it's been
something
a while.
about farting in a baby's face, just a piece de resistance.
Well, it was more about the way he described it.
Robert Kelly's the name of the fucking evil fucking guy who hates mutants and X-Men.
Is it really?
Yeah, his name's Robert Kelly, actually.
Oh my god.
He's like a senator who hates mutants.
That's funny.
And he does the what do they call it? There's like a big thing in the mutant X-Men universe, the Anti-Mutant Registration Act, where basically all mutants have to go to like internment camps essentially. And then, they have to sign up and say what their powers are and get whatever the deal is with that. But he's the guy, Robert Kelly's the guy who makes that up.
How the fuck would he even keep all the mutants? Like, how would he even make them comply?
Well, they're surrendering themselves if they do that.
So they're getting.
So they get like a minimal amount of freedom. I don't fucking remember exactly.
They're getting like brainwashed.
There's so much in comic books, bro, and the X-Men changes like every other month.
Oh.
Like, it's like they just rebranded, and then like all those rebrands also have like one-off. Like Gambit has his own series, and Rogue had her own series, but they're all part of one series. It's like 16 fucking comic books, bro. It's too much.
Yeah, that's a lot.
It's too much. We're not rich kids. We don't have all that time.
That doesn't even sound fun to read if they're constantly changing shit up.
Yeah, dude. It's like nothing is very consistent anymore, and like I don't know. I don't really care for it. I'm not much of an X-Men guy anymore. Pre like 98, everything's pretty good, but
I liked the cartoon, but
yeah, the cartoon was fun. I like that cartoon. You know, they made a continuation of it on Disney Plus.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah, because it ended on like a cliffhanger, so they gave it like another like. There's a new season that just came out of it.
Oh shit!
Second season's called X-Men 97 instead of X-Men 92 or whatever the original one was.
Okay.
So it's like the continuation. Yeah, I don't know.
Oh my god! I just remember watching like X-Men and Batman and some of the other superhero shows, and then like they would show like Animaniacs and shit, Freakazoid.
I did not like Freakazoid. I thought that fucking shit was dumb.
It was a weird show.
I didn't like Animaniacs either. Everybody I knew fucking loved that shit. And I'm like, ugh, fucking that shit.
It was fine. I don't know.
Wasn't that funny to me?
Well, the best thing that ever came out of that show was Pinky and the Brain.
Yeah, that shit was good, man. I loved Pinky and the Brain. That shit was so funny.
It was almost like a cartoon sketch comedy show. Just like
that Kablam or whatever.
Yeah, that was another fun one, man. I loved that show. It was almost kind of like Robot Chicken Light before Robot Chicken was a thing.
Yeah. And you remember Cow and Chicken? Cow and Chicken would do that too.
Cow and Chicken.
They had like the weasel guy.
Yep.
Who would be like almost like a break in between each episode. Or he would just have a long episode or whatever. But they did that with a lot of shows back in the day where it'd be two different cartoons.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Do you remember the Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy?
Sort of.
So originally that was like a 2-part cartoon where one side was like the Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy and the other one was like a different show about this weird like kind of Germany guy.
Okay.
Like kind of Hitler-esque dipshit sort of guy. Yeah, it was not around for a while. Like it was like maybe like 2 months and then they're like, oh, Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy, and then they just went with that one.
Yeah, fair.
But yeah, that show originally was like a 2-part show thing. I don't know. It's like
no, I know what you mean. Definitely, because
like cartoons used to be different.
Yeah, like you put on Rugrats, and there'd be like 2 different stories within one episode.
Yeah, well, like also like SpongeBob does that, right? But like cartoons also used to have like different stories. Like it wasn't those characters every time. It was like different characters.
Yeah.
Like every single time.
But they were all familiar to that show.
Yeah, like Looney Tunes.
Yeah.
It's a good example of that. Like sometimes you get an episode with Daffy Duck. Sometimes you get a shitty episode without him. Like, I mean, well, what's a fucking Looney Tunes without Daffy Duck? Why even, like, I get Bugs Bunny, right? You always got to have a Bugs Bunny part. And like because they used to, when I was a kid, all right, Saturday for like an hour they do Looney Tunes, right? And it was like a Looney Tunes hour where they show a bunch of different Looney Tunes cartoons. If you get through that hour without a Daffy Duck episode, it sucked. Because Daffy was like, they'd always do Bugs Bunny and then Roadrunner and Wile E. Coyote, right?
I never liked those.
They were terrible. They were the worst parts. But they'd always have them because they were like maybe 4 or 5 minutes. And just jam one of those in. But dude, they rarely would do like Daffy Duck episodes, which were always funny because like when he would blow dynamite in his face and his bill would go to the back of his head. That shit always cracked me up as a kid.
Or he'd freak out and do that woohoo, woohoo, woohoo,
yeah, like
bouncing around.
He was fucking belonged in an insane asylum.
But I always liked Sylvester.
Sylvester the perv?
No, that's Pepe Le Pew.
Oh, that's Pepe Le Pew. Yeah, you're right. Sylvester was the cat who wanted to eat Tweety Bird.
Yep, he's usually going after Tweety Bird.
Those episodes were pretty rare too. Like you wouldn't always get a Sylvester episode either.
Or Tweety.
Or Tweety Bird. There's some really old ones. There's some like long form ones too. Oh, yeah. Like 11 or 12 minute long episodes, like like cartoons.
Looney Tunes.
But like, what were the Looney Tunes original? Did they used to play them before movies and shit for kids, or what? When would they show Looney Tunes? Because when I was a kid in the '90s, it was on like a Saturday. It was the only time you could watch Looney Tunes.
Yeah, no, that's a good question because they did used to show like cartoons and shit at the pictures.
The pictures, a fucking 1,000-year-old word.
And you go to the theater.
Go to your own theater down there.
Well, before like TV, a lot of people would go to the theaters and you'd sit there for a couple hours and you'd watch like newsreels and you'd watch like cartoons and fucking advertisements and shit like that.
Sounds great.
I mean, as opposed to like either sitting at home listening to the radio or like no electronics really to speak of and not much to do unless you wanted to read or go for a walk or like make something.
Oh, your two favorite things, reading and walking.
But yeah, I think that's where all that stuff came from, like cartoons and shit, was they used to show that stuff at like the theaters.
Okay. So like they never showed them on TV.
Once TV came around.
I'm sure they were. Well, TV's been around for a long time, bro.
It's been around since like the 40s or 50s.
Before that, bro. Are you shitting me?
Yeah.
No,
I'm not shitting you.
You look that up because I don't believe that. I'm pretty positive TVs have been around since like the 20s, bro.
So
and the Looney Tunes and Mickey Mouse came out around like the 30s.
Okay, so they probably had TVs in like the 20s or 30s, but I'm gonna look up when they became mainstream.
Well, mainstream. What does that mean?
When like
what does mainstream
when it became like readily accessible to the general public.
It's been like forever, bro. It's been forever.
Television replaced radio as the dominant broadcast medium by the 1950s and took over home entertainment. Approximately
as the dominant, right?
Yeah.
That doesn't mean shit. When were TVs introduced into the American home? That's what I want to know. Because that's probably like who do you think the cartoons were for? Rich kids, bro.
Well, it was probably mostly who got that kind of stuff. I mean, that was like cars and shit too. Is when they first came around, it was just rich people.
That's what I'm saying. That's why like Blu-ray DVDs are so cheap now. You remember when Blu-rays used to be like $50? That shit was ridiculous, bro. Okay, so what do we got?
It kind of turns out we're kind of both right. So
nope, I'm right.
Introduced in the late 1920s in mechanical form, television sets became a popular consumer product after World War II in electronic form. So World War II ended in the 45. Wasn't until the 1940s, after the transistor was invented, they started appearing in people's homes, but they were pretty small screens and expensive.
So I was right.
We were both right.
I was correct.
I was more right.
You were mildly correct, if at best.
No, I was right.
I can't get through an episode without a classic Hunter. You know what really grinds my gears?
You know what really grinds my gears? That was a terrible Peter Griffin.
Yeah, it sounded just like a weird dork.
Sounded like I had a cold.
Sounded like you had AIDS. I wonder, I gotta imagine that's gotta be horrifying to find out you have that.
Yeah.
Like, somehow it happens to you, you know. Like, that'd be one of the most, like, getting a diagnosis of, like, death sounds like one of the, not that AIDS is necessarily anymore, but at one point it was. I just think, like, doctors diagnosing death to people, that's, like, horrifying to think about, bro. Like, someone has to tell you, hey, you're gonna die.
Yeah, you gotta wonder how it is for the doctors that have to break that news.
Well, I mean, it's probably worse for the people dying, because they're not gonna be around, but obviously. I get what you mean.
It's gotta...
Can't be easy to break that news.
Although I guess if you're a doctor, chances are you're probably a pretty practical person in general. I'm sure there's exceptions to fucking everything, but in general, if you're a doctor, you're probably a pretty practical person, and dying is part of life.
Yeah.
So telling someone they're gonna die, for the most part, probably doesn't really affect a lot of doctors that deeply.
Yeah.
Plus, they're probably super busy anyway, so they're like, "Oh,
how many?
Tell this guy he's gonna die, and then go chop off."
Well, how
leg.
many people have they probably seen die? You know what I mean? Like, I bet in college when they were practicing, they'd seen worked on human cadavers and shit.
Yeah, that's still
you know
a thing.
What I mean, like, I can't imagine. Do not donate my body to science. If at best, chuck me in a ditch.
I don't know if I could ever be a mortician, dude.
Oh, yeah, I wouldn't want to do that either.
Just-
Just being around dead bodies
Like,
is
yeah.
like rough.
Yeah. And like a lot of the stuff they have to do to dead bodies.
Well, want to do. No, I'm kidding. Like, you don't just wake up and be like, I'm going to be a mortician.
Yeah, I'm
going
gonna play with dead bodies for
like
a living.
what? Yeah, what? I wonder what the mentality of a mortician. We should get a mortician on the show. I think
That'd be fun.
that's something we should do, and we could ask him all these like weird questions.
From what I've heard, but it's not much.
But we can't ask him if he fucks the bodies, bro. We can't cross the line.
We can ask him off the air.
He probably fucks the bodies. Though.
There's got to be ones that do.
There's probably tons of them.
But,
Dude. Just like that's what I'm saying. Like
The ones that don't fuck are the minority.
When I die, chuck me in a ditch. Like
So nobody could fuck me.
so at least animals can fuck me and eat me and use me as a nest.
So from what I understand, which isn't much, I think it's like a lot of times it's like a family business thing.
That's weird. That's a terrible business to get into.
But who in that family, how far back or whatever, was like, oh, I'm gonna be the guy that like drains your dead bodies.
Probably wasn't an option. Somebody's probably like, you're
Maybe.
draining the bodies.
Yeah.
And then nobody else wanted to learn how to do it. And he just kept having to be like, kids, somebody's got to do it.
Someone's got to help me in here. I can't get any blood.
Ain't got no blood in them.
Didn't kill him. Just,
Yeah. Fucking, like, oh, man. We should interview. I mean, okay, so if there's a mortician watching or if anyone knows a mortician, let them know that we want to talk to them. We want to see what's up. I'm kind of interested. I'd like to ask them some kind, maybe not. I mean, AI would describe it as off color, maybe, but maybe like not crude, but like weird questions, like why would be. I think why would be the first question,
right?
Just why? Like, what do you mean? Just why? Why do you do what you do?
Yeah, no, that's a good point. That would be a great question to like learn the answer of.
Yeah,
from a lot of different morticians.
I would love to know.
Yeah, we definitely won't sully the credibility of a fucking mortician's professional life by bringing them on here.
Oh, yeah. Moronic Adult Discussions, bro. They don't have to share their name. They can be, Greg or something. I don't know.
But then, how credible would it be if nobody can, like, look them up and prove that they're an actual mortician?
Well, who's doing that? What do you mean? I mean, interviewers protect people's identities all the time, bro. We've seen interviews with, like, gang leaders and shit because interviewers are like, I won't reveal them, and then they voice modulate them and
I guess that's fair.
cover their identity, and it's like there's been so many versions of that.
Yeah, no, I guess
we
that's
could
fair.
get them a Darth Vader fucking voice box thing, and they can just fucking talk through that.
That would have to be like an hour-long episode,
Yeah.
or even like break it up into a couple ones.
Yeah, it could be a part one-er and a part two-er. I don't really like the hour-long podcast because I feel like it's like, okay, I don't always have an hour to sit and listen or watch or whatever, but I'll just pause in between, but then I'll forget what I was listening to.
Yeah, that's fair too. But I think if we were to ever get somebody like that who was like in a profession or like someone we can pick the brain of that has actual knowledge about that thing, we'd probably want to talk to them for a while.
Yeah, no, that's totally fair.
And break it up or something.
Don't want to waste their time either, you know? I just think I don't even know if we are. I mean, over the time the episode's going on, are we so much a podcast or are we just like a 30-minute entertainment? Like a 30-minute, and what do you call it? Variety entertainment.
Variety
show.
hour.
A talk show.
Yeah,
I don't fucking know.
It's basically like talk radio. But that's what podcasts are.
Yeah, but like funny without a bunch of like zingers and like ding ding ding. Oh yeah, the wiener's in the butt.
Bow, bow, bow.
Yeah, you know. Well, although we have done pow 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 in several episodes.
Yes, we have. We
But-
have used sound effects too.
Yeah. So maybe we're worse than news talk radio. And on that note, Hunter, give him the outro before we get too depressed.
Well, we really drained the body of this episode of Moronic Adult Discussions. Ben, anything else to add?
Yeah, man. You ever listen to a Lil Wayne song before?
Sure.
Okay, so like I don't know if you really have listened though, but at the beginning of every song you hear him trying light his lighter, like, but he always lights it twice, and it just makes me think like, is his lighter always empty, or is he just really shitty at lighting a lighter?
Anyway,
more of an observation than a thought.
I'm Hunter. This is Moronic Adult Discussions. Be sure to catch all of our new episodes uploaded every Sunday and Wednesday. Make sure to like, subscribe, comment, and share, and catch us next time.
See, I did mine in one light, and it was perfectly fine. How hard is that?